Welcome to Things I Remember. This one is kind of deep, and it kind of still hurts my heart to today. But I did find a rainbow in the end of the story. Well, I work for a government entity, and where that I take care of the freeways and things like that. So one day I was cruising down the freeway, moving debris from off the highway, when I came across a bunch of like clothes and papers and stuff in the middle of the doggone road. So I whipped back around, to see what's going on, so I can clear the stuff out of the lane, so people wouldn't hear it. But it was like papers and stuff everywhere. So some said something don't feel right. So I walk probably 100 feet one way, about 100 feet the other way. So I said maybe just something just fell off the back of a truck. So then I start picking the stuff up. As I start picking the stuff up, I started noticing like a phone that was like burning, like it just caught on fire, and then like a tire of a bike just mangled, and then it's like the stuff was just scattered like it was just freshly done. So I scanned the horizon, looking all over, like, seeing if anybody was injured. So something said, call your supervisor, see if there maybe somebody had an accident here earlier today, and maybe that's just where it was from. So I called my supervisor and we're talking. I was like, hey, did you get any call about an accident or anything out here? He said no. I said, man, I said, the way this looks, and in mid-sentence, just like I said, the way it looks, I spotted a dude underneath a bush, not moving. So I called, the police and call ambulance and all that. When they get out there, dude didn't make it. So they doing an investigation. So, you can see parts where the vehicle that hit him was broke off in that area where he was located at. So then the detectives are picking stuff up and looking around for clues to try to find out, because right now it's a hit and run with no evidence, no nothing. So I'm first one to see, and I fill out my report and do what I could. So I had to go back to our station, and as I drive by, I noticed a big chunk of a truck bumper, and it matches the same color of the one that was at the incident. So I take it, put it in my truck, and I take it back to my station. So the detective called me, the next day, and was asking me questions about it. So I was giving a question. I think, say this happened, this is what I came across, this is what I found, and X, Y, Z. Then I said, you know what? I found a big chunk of a truck part that looked like the one that was at the incident. And she's like, oh, really? So she's like, well, I'm gonna come out there and check it out. So the next day, she comes out, she look at it, and she bring the other parts, and it's a match. She's like, she started thinking, like, you know what? From this little piece, we know what type of vehicle it was that hit this gentleman. So they start piecing things together. They go start looking at cameras. They start going over data on his phone and all that to find out where he was at, what happened, and So time goes by, and I can't show you, but this is the warrant for the dude's arrest. But time goes by, they use my piece to locate what kind of vehicle it was and who owned the vehicle. Come to find out, the guy pulled down there where I found a big part at and looked at his truck and called his boss and said he hit something. Then he continued driving to his destination. When he got to his destination, he told his boss, I don't know what I hit, blah, blah, blah. So they say, okay, we'll follow up for it, and they fixed the truck. When the detective found out what company it was and where it was located, which was in California, They got down there and the truck was still there with the front part that was damaged still in the same color as the binder or whatever. So they asked the guy questions, so he refused to answer any questions. So they kept doing their research. Come to find out, they used his cell phone, the driver's cell phone, and the guy that lost his life's cell phone, and they triangulated where they were at the same spot at the same time, and that's how they caught this guy. They entered a warrant for his arrest, and as of this day, I believe they have arrested him, or they're still looking for him, because they said once they find out, they got the paperwork back for the phone knowing it was him, they went to go look for him, they couldn't find him. So this is over 3 years ago. So currently, they're looking for him, or they have him in custody. So I say this to say, that was one of the times I dealt with finding an unalive person. If you want to hear about another one, give me 1,000 views and 100 likes, and I'll tell you about my other one. Like, subscribe. Thank you for listening. Peace. Oh, side note, be careful on those freeways. If something happens where your car breaks down, stay in your vehicle with seatbelt on, call police, call your tow truck, get you out of there. Don't get on the side of the road, because drivers don't care. They'll hit you and keep going, just like they did this guy. Like and subscribe. See you next time.